there, sweeties. Did you know that things aren't always as they seem? Yep, sometimes there's a whole lot more going on than meets the eye. So gather around, because Granny Carol's got a story to share that'll prove just that. It was a bright and sunny day in the small town of Pinecrest. The streets were lined with colourful flowers and the birds were chirping happily in the trees. Everything seemed perfect on the surface, but little did the residents of Pinecrest know there was more to this picturesque town than meets the eye. Lisa had just moved to Pinecrest with her husband and young daughter. They were looking for a fresh start, and Pinecrest seemed like the perfect place to raise their family. As they drove through the town, they were captivated by its beauty. The quaint houses, the friendly locals, and the peaceful atmosphere made them feel like they had found their own little slice of paradise. They found a lovely house on the outskirts of town and settled in quickly. Lisa was excited to explore the town and get to know her new neighbours. However, as she started to meet people, she couldn't help but notice a sense of sadness and unease among them. No one seemed to talk about it, but Lisa could feel it in the air. One day, while out for a walk, Lisa stumbled upon a local bookstore. As an avid reader, she couldn't resist going inside. The owner, Mrs. John, greeted her with a warm smile and they struck up a conversation. Lisa found herself opening up to Mrs. John about the strange atmosphere in Pinecrest. Mrs. John sighed and said, "My dear, sometimes what meets the eye isn't the whole story. There's often more to a situation than what you see at first glance." Intrigued, Lisa asked her to explain. Mrs. John told her the story of Pinecrest and how it used to be a thriving and happy town. The residents were close-knit and had a strong sense of community. But everything changed when a new factory was built on the outskirts of town. The factory brought in a lot of jobs and boosted the economy, but it also brought pollution and noise. The once peaceful town was now filled with the constant sound of machinery, and the air was polluted with chemicals. The residents were also divided, with some supporting the factory and others protesting against it. As a result, the town was no longer the idyllic place it used to be. People were stressed, the environment was suffering, and the sense of community was lost. Mrs. John explained that the residents were too afraid to speak up and make a change, afraid of losing their jobs and their way of life. Lisa was shocked. She had no idea that there was so much more to Pinecrest than what she had seen. She couldn't believe that the beautiful town she had fallen in love with was facing such a crisis. Determined to make a difference, Lisa decided to take action. She started by organizing a community meeting and invited everyone in town to attend. She shared Mrs. John's story and opened up a dialogue about the factory and its impact on the town. To her surprise, many people showed up and were eager to discuss the issue. Some shared their concerns and fears, while others offered solutions and ideas. It was the first time in a long time that the residents of Pinecrest had come together as a community. Lisa's efforts did not go unnoticed. The factory owners were made aware of the situation and agreed to implement changes to reduce pollution and noise. The residents also came up with a plan to restore the town's natural beauty and create a more sustainable environment. With the help of the community, Pinecrest was able to overcome its struggles and become a peaceful and happy town once again. Lisa had not only found a new home in Pinecrest, but she had also found a sense of purpose and belonging. She had learned a valuable lesson that sometimes what meets the eye isn't the whole story. It takes courage and determination to dig deeper and uncover the truth. And with a little bit of effort, change is possible no matter how big or small the situation may seem.